Hello, everyone. Today I'm very delighted to be joined by Brian Savage. He is the CEO and Director for Electric Metals, listed in the TSXV under ticker symbol EML. Thank you so much, Brian, for your time. For those that are new to Electric Metals, can you give us a quick overview of the company and why the Emily Manganese Deposit is so important?
Sure. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to let everyone know about electric metals. So we're advancing what we're calling the North Star Manganese Project. That includes the Emily Manganese 2B mine and building a high purity manganese sulfate monohydrate plant with an electrolytic manganese metal circuit somewhere in the United States. We haven't exactly determined where at this point. But what's important about the Emily Manganese Deposit is it's the highest grade manganese deposit in North America, and there is currently no domestic production of manganese or for that matter, very many manganese products.
Wow, that's very exciting and very timely. And also, as you advance towards pre-feasibility and development plans, what key milestones should investors be watching over the next 12 months?
Probably the next thing that we'll be announcing is we're kicking off our environmental baseline studies for the Emily deposit, getting that permitting going. We've done some very thorough work on thin sections, so we're getting a much better understanding of the mineralogy, so we can have a better idea of kind of what I call the optimal particle size for production. We've done some ore sorting test work that's come out very positive. So we'll be having an announcement on the results of ore sorting, which helps us kind of minimize cost, I would say, and then increase the grade of the shipped product. We've also just undertaken a PEA for building the 100,000 ton per year high purity manganese sulfate monohydrate plant with a 10,000 ton per year electrolytic manganese metal circuit in it. What's important about that is there is no HPMSM or EMM production in the United States. So that's an important one there. We've been working with a group called Digby to get certified. ESG, those three letters tend to have a bad connotation. But in this case, environmental, social, and governance, we want to show the market that we're trying to do everything up to speed and doing everything in the right way. And then finally, we're going to do some more metallurgical test work on the Emily deposit. And in fact, we're going to take a look at testing some what I'll call independent ore sources, because when we're building our HPMSM plant, we may have that built before we get the Emily mine in production. And so we want to have a much broader ability to import manganese if we have to.
And going back into the US, understanding that the US lacks a domestic manganese supply, how is Electric Metals positioning itself to help strengthen that supply chain?
Sure. As I mentioned before, there's no manganese ore production in the United States, and really hasn't been since like the 1960s. 100% gets imported, primarily from Gabon. There's also no high purity manganese sulfate monohydrate production, which goes into the electric vehicle battery cathodes. There's no electrolytic manganese metal production, and that's used in metal alloying, defense applications, etc. Now, the Chinese control about 96% of the HPMSM market. There's only 2 plants outside of China. And with regard to the electrolytic manganese metal, Chinese control about 98% of that. There's only 1 plant outside of China, and that's in South Africa. So what we're looking to do is to really build out the United States manganese supply chain, and quite frankly, expanding that into North America's manganese supply chain.
It's really an incredible time to be working on your project, and we're very excited to see how Electric Metals continues to grow in the year ahead with all these milestones that you've shared. Thank you so much, Brian, for your time. We'll leave a link below for anybody that wants to connect with you or the Electric Metals team or continue following the story.
Thank you very much.